flesh, like it's something you can ride to and vibe to. I'm just giving you the keys to survive. Never let society tell you how to begin living your life by following the norm and trends. I warn my friends, don't get blinded by the media. I'd rather be myself, take flight, got a speedy on speed dial. And meanwhile, my dream right beside me with a smile. She like.
It's Ryan and Sarah, Chengdu city of gastronomy, and we're going for some country cooking today. The thing is, we got to figure out how to get there, right, Sarah? How will we do it? We could take a bus. Public transit in Chengdu is really great. Buses everywhere. They're opening new metro lines like every year. Like since we moved here, I think about 3 lines have opened up. It's crazy how quickly it's expanding. But what we're going to do is take the Chinese version of Uber. It's called Didi Xing. And I say it's the Chinese version of Uber, but really that's not fair to Didi. It's actually bigger than Uber. Is this us here?
Yeah.
Oh, so our ride is just arrived, and it's got a cat on the side of it. Ni hao. Uber is a baby compared to Didi. You don't believe me?
I believe you. Tell me more.
This is the only stat you need to know. Uber does 1 million rides per day. Didi, 25 million. They have 450 million users across China. That's a huge number, but the real impressive number is the value of the company. It's valued at a whopping 56 billion US dollars, which makes it the most valuable startup company in the world today. It has over 100 investors, including China's big 3, which are Alibaba, Tencent, Baidu. Those are like the 3 biggest internet companies in China. And the fact that Didi is getting money from all 3 of them it says a lot because they're in competition with each other. The app actually has an English version now, which is great for us. We used to not use it, but now we can use it, and it's pretty easy to use. You don't need to speak the language. Sometimes the drivers will call you, but you can send a message to them and it automatically translates the message into English, or from English into Chinese. Here's a fact that you'll love, Sarah. 40% of Didi's employees are women.
Wow.
That's pretty good for China, right?
Drivers?
No, they're just employees in general.
I never see.
I think it's mostly the people that work in the company because they don't hire the drivers come to them. So they have about 7,000 people working for the company in some offices around China, and 40% of them are women. They actually have a program to give more women jobs and stuff. So that's good. It's progression, baby. That's progression, baby. And overall, it's a comfortable ride. It's quick and it's pretty cheap. Almost 4 kilometers, 9 kuai. 9 kuai is like $1.50, not even. Yeah, about a buck and a half US. Try taking a taxi anywhere for $1.50. This is the place where we're going. Hang on. I don't know anything about this place. It smells good in here though.
Yeah.
Oh, free nuts. Those aren't nuts.
I assume you know what to order.
Yeah, but we gotta order more than just one thing. 你有 Tanzi roll? Tanzi roll? Okay, you go.
Some sort of potato dish maybe? Or no?
Tudo. 你有 tudo 吗？ Tudo. 有 Good. 这个 Tudo
This is like the flat Tudo, like the slice.
Oh, small fried. Yeah, that's good stuff. You want that? Okay. Xiao, chow, Tudo. I can read almost all that, except for that last word. Is that enough? Potatoes, pork.
Yeah, I think that's more than enough.
And pijo. Liango pijo. Are those peanuts? No, those are force peas. Yeah, so crunchy. This pork looks amazing. I can't wait to have it in my mouth. This is a chicken soup broth. See if it's tender. It's like you don't have to chew it tender. Wow.
So tasty.
God, it's so tender. It's really good. What is that?
Egg?
Yeah, it's an egg. It's like a Scotch egg almost. This is farmer food. They say this dish was invented by a Sichuan farmer who didn't have time to cook, basically. So they'd stuff everything in a clay pot, and they would just leave it for the day, keep it on really low, in like a fragrant broth, some ginger in it, stuff like that. And then they come back at the end of the day, and it would be ready. Everything would be beautiful. It's kind of like
Chinese crock pot.
So I was just gonna say,
What do you think this is?
whale's egg. Bingo?
What is this called?
Tanzi roe.
So,
Tanzi is like a clay pot, but sometimes they call it grandmother's pot or farmer's pot. In Chinese, the cooking method is called dun. Dun. Yeah, you gotta cook it nice and slow until it's done. So the idea of this dish is to have like the meat's flavors, the original flavors of the meat, present in the dish. So you taste that meat. They don't try to cover it up, which is pretty unusual for a Sichuan dish. Usually they're covering it in chili oil. They're putting numbing pepper on it. And I think that goes back to the olden days when there was no refrigeration and they had to cover up off taste, basically. Meat would start to turn, so they would, chili peppers saved meat, basically, in Sichuan. Cabbage? Oh, look at that. Cabbage is amazing. So I think you can get this dish in the rest of China, and it's not necessarily just a Sichuan thing. In Shandong, they do something very similar. I'm not sure what the difference is. There's probably some kind of Sichuan spin on this. I thought maybe it would be Sichuan peppercorns, but there's no Sichuan peppercorns. There's no chili peppers. What else could it be? That's Sichuan flavor, right? The rest, my friends, is banter. The weather seemed to break today. It got really hot.
You were like, what's the pizza roll? Oh, on Tanzi roll. You won't talk like that.
No, Mom. You think the Chinese eat all that fat?
Party going on in the back.
Party going on in my back. Oh shit, this is still on. That's okay, it's always happening. So this giant pot here is actually how they cooked our Tanzi roe. There's a fire underneath there, and then inside the pot there's a bunch of little pots of pork and broth and everything. It's pretty cool. Okay, swim. 谢谢. So that's another episode done. Look at all the people waiting. I bet you this is either hot pot or chuan chuan. It smells really good. Look at this guy up here on a conveyor belt with cardboard. There's a recycling center over there, I guess. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for subscribing below, which you're about to do. And after you've subscribed, please hit the bell icon and you'll be notified every time I put a new video out. So that's pretty cool. Now it's rhyme time.
If you want a pot full of tender meats, Tanzi roe is what you got to eat.
Take a Didi down to get some grub. You won't be sorry. Wubba dub.
Tanzi roe is tender and meaty. You can get there using a Didi.
If you want some meat that's soft, you should get some Tanzi roe.